International Monetary Fund (IMF). International Monetary Fund, from beginning we will study. The IMF was established in 1944 at the United Nations Bretton Woods Conference in New Hampshire, United States, with 44 countries. At present, it has 190 countries around the world. Why IMF made? To build a framework for international economic cooperation and avoid repeating the competitive currency devaluations that contributed to the Great Depression of the 1930s. Surveillance. The IMF monitors member country policies as well as national, regional and global economic and financial developments through a formal system known as surveillance. What IMF delivers to its members? IMF provides advice to member countries and promotes policies designed to foster economic stability, reduce vulnerability to economic and financial crisis, and raise living standards. Providing assessment reports. That is very important. It provides periodic assessment of global prospect in its World Economic Outlook of financial markets, in its Global Financial Stability Report, in its Fiscal Monitor, and of external positions of the largest economies in its External Sector Report. Remember, its assessment report is very important because it represents the economic condition of the countries, and according to that they get loans from IMF and from World Bank also. Financial assistance. Providing loans to member countries that are experiencing actual or potential balance of payments problems is a core responsibility of the IMF. In April 2009, the IMF strengthened its lending capacity and approved a major overhaul of its financial support mechanism. Special drawing rights (SDR). It is very important. The IMF issues an international reserve asset known as special drawing rights or SDR that can supplement the official reserves of member countries participating in the SDR department. Currently all members of the IMF. A general allocation of SDRs must be consistent with the objective of meeting the long-term global need for reserve assets and requires Board of Governors approval by an 85% majority of the total voting power. Special drawing rights. For this I will create one more slide so that will clear to you about SDR because it is very important term of IMF. Note, IMF members can voluntarily exchange SDRs for currencies among themselves. Total global allocation are currently about SDR 204.2 billion, some $293 billion. If we are talking about the quota, in IMF, whatever investment a country does in International Monetary Fund, according to that, their quota and their voting power increase or decrease according to their allocation of funds to the IMF, because they need to provide some kind of fund to IMF, then only they can become the member of IMF. Okay. Resources. Member quotas are the primary source of IMF financial resources. As I told you, a member's quota broadly reflects its size and position in the world economy. The IMF regularly conducts general reviews of quotas. In general reviews, any country can increase or decrease their quotas in IMF International Monetary Fund. Governance and organization. The IMF is accountable to its member country governments. At the top of its organizational structure is the Board of Governors. consisting of one governor and one alternate governor from each member country, usually the top officials from the central bank or finance ministry. The board of governors meets once a year at the IMF World Bank annual meeting. It is a very important meeting. Take an overview step by step. Membership, there are 190 countries. Headquarters, Washington DC. Executive board, 24 directors, each representing a single country or groups of countries. Staff, approximately 2,700 from 150 countries. Total quotas, SDR 477 billion, US dollar 687 billion. Borrowed resource envelope, SDR 492 billion, US dollar 708 billion. Committed amounts under lending arrangements, SDR 200 billion, US dollar 288 billion, of which SDR 94 billion, US dollar 136 billion has not been drawn. The largest borrowers are Argentina, Egypt, Ukraine, Pakistan. The largest precautionary loans, Mexico, Chile, Colombia. Capacity development spending, US dollar 303 million in financial year 2020, nearly a third of the IMF's total budget. If we have seen in these 2 points, like largest borrowers, it can be changed according to their needs. And there is also one point, largest precautionary loans. It can be also changed, but it is a present data at present what we have seen. Okay. Now we have taken, there were many countries, but top 5 countries we have taken, and according to that we have created a chart, only top 5 countries, okay, about their quotas, what they have invested, and who are the governor and alternate. Let us study IMF members, quotas and its rank. Number 1, first rank is in United States of America. Why? Because millions of SDR dollars are largest from United States of America, 82,994.2%. of total quota is 17.43. Governor Andy Buckle vacant. Second rank is Japan, 30,820.5%. of total quota, 6.47. Governor Shunichi Suzuki. Third rank is China, million of SDRs, 30,482.9%. of total quota, 6.40. Who is governor? Gang Yi Yulu Chain. Fourth rank is from Germany, 26,634.4%. of total quota, 5.59. and governor is James Wildman. If we are talking about fifth rank, there are 2 countries who are in fifth rank, 2 countries, because their million of SDRs were same, so their percentage of total quota is also same. In fifth number, first we will study about United Kingdom. Investment 20,155.1%. of total quota is 4.23, and governor is Rishi Sunak MP. Okay, and France is also same. Millions of SDRs is 20,155.1. Percentage of total quota is 4.23, and governor is Bruno Le Maire. Okay, now one point that I have not added in this, that is voting rights. According to this rank, the power of voting rights is given by this rank, from which mainly is millions of SDRs, how much they have invested. According to that, they will get powers of voting rights. Okay, there is a very broad term in IMF. We have just studied about some few points of this. If you need to study about more things about this IMF, please comment me. I'll create one more slideshow for you in which we can cover it more and more things about IMF, because it is very important topic, International Monetary Fund. Please subscribe and like my channel. It is my humble request to all of you. If you like this, please subscribe and share it also. Okay, thanks a lot for this.